Welcome to my channel. Have you ever paused for a moment and asked yourself, did I choose to come to Earth? Or was I forced? Do we have to be born here? Or is there something deeper going on? You're not alone in wondering. Some people say we're here to serve God. Others claim Earth is a kind of prison. And some believe our only purpose in life is to suffer. But if we really listen, not just to opinions, but to our deeper self, we start to sense that there's more to the story. Much more. The truth? We both choose, and we don't. That might sound strange, but stay with me. Let's begin with this. The places on Earth that hold lower frequencies, where people feel stuck, addicted, hurt, or numb, are deeply entangled with something most of us deal with but rarely recognize: addiction. And not just addiction to substances or habits. I'm talking about addiction to identity, to emotion, to pain. Addiction to who we think we are, to always needing to be right, to stress, to sadness, to pleasing others, to anger, even to being the victim. There are people who struggle with depression, yet resist healing, not because they enjoy suffering, but because their body is addicted to the chemicals that sadness releases. Their brain is used to the cortisol, the stress, the pain. It feels normal. And so we unknowingly become hooked to suffering, to trauma, to the drama we say we hate. This addiction is a symptom, a coping mechanism. When the trauma runs so deep and hurts so much, the body finds ways to survive. Addiction becomes the bridge that helps the nervous system function, even if it traps us in a loop. And this loop is what many call the cycle of karma. This cycle isn't punishment, it's unconscious repetition, action and reaction. Something happens and we react, not with awareness, but automatically. Someone disrespects us, so we lash out. Someone cheats, we seek revenge. The loop continues. We live like puppets of the environment, victims of the past. And that's how we stay stuck on Earth. You see, Earth is not a punishment. It's a classroom. A powerful, often difficult but transformational space where souls come to evolve. You don't have to be born here in the same way you don't have to go to school. But if your soul hasn't passed certain lessons yet, you'll likely come back. Not as a punishment, but because a part of you wants to grow, to heal, to evolve beyond the old cycle. So no, we are not forced to come here in the way we think. We agree, sometimes consciously, sometimes not, to return to this dimension, to this frequency, because there's something within us that still needs to be faced, felt, or forgiven. And here's the beautiful part: we can change the script. When you become aware of this loop, when you take responsibility for your healing, when you stop waiting for someone to save you, you begin to step out of karma. You stop reacting. You start choosing. Your life becomes an act of creation, not reaction. You learn. You travel. You feel free enough to follow your passions. You stop playing the victim. You stop blaming the world. You realize the only person who can change your life is you. You ask yourself, where inside me am I still holding pain? What have I been afraid to face? And then you go there, with help, with love, with courage. You heal, you transform. You become someone whose actions are no longer reflexes, but reflections of awareness. And that's when you no longer need to be reborn. Because you're not coming back out of habit, or pain, or unresolved wounds. You're free. Yes, some souls are still caught, maybe 50%, maybe 80%. Others are on the edge of freedom. These souls can come back if they choose, or move on. Right now, Earth is the center of cosmic attention. So many karmic cycles are closing. The frequency of the planet is rising. More people are waking up. And if you're here listening to this, it's not an accident. You're part of that shift. Before we come to Earth, we often choose what lessons we want to learn. Some souls even design the themes of their lives, the challenges, the relationships, the triumphs. That doesn't mean Earth will be easy. Duality, separation, judgment, they're all part of this human experience. But when we heal these parts, when we embrace unity and awareness, we don't need Earth as our classroom anymore. So, to answer the question clearly, no, we are not forced to come to Earth, but we return as long as we still have lessons to learn, traumas to heal, and awareness to gain. And when we're ready, truly ready, we can choose something else. We can graduate, or come back as guides, or simply rest in the higher dimensions. Until then, your soul knows what it's doing. Trust the process, heal your wounds, wake up, and most of all, choose the life you live. If this spoke to you, if something in you felt seen or understood, don't forget to subscribe. We're all on this journey together, and your awakening matters.